Hey there friends, Nibs again. I'm out in the garage doing a little bit of goofing around tonight. Doing my 5 and 5 submission for the 5 knives in 5 days for Hobbies Hobo. Go check that out over at his channel and check him on my channel too for my submissions. But what I'm going to be doing this video on is kind of another update or a review or whatever you want to call it for this Beeman P17. And I really wouldn't go and call it my favorite gun in the garage, but it is pretty darn cool. This one, it's really winning me over pretty quick. It's got a nice feel to it. It's got some weight. I mean, it's not weighty like you know, a real pistol, a 9mm, whatever you want to call it, but it's got some nice feel to it. For the amount of money I spent for this, I really kind of expected it to feel like one of the new Crosman 760s that just feel like they're made out of styrofoam. But this has got a nice feel in the hand. It's got a little bit of weight to it. One of the viewers that saw my mail call had suggested that I take pull the compression cup out of the tube and just check for burrs and stuff. Mine looked pretty good, but I thought it was a great idea. But the way you do that is this pin up in the front here has an E-clip on either side, so you can take the E-clip off either side and then punch that pin out, and then that whole piece will come right out of there. I did clean it all out real good and clean off the rubber seal that is on the end of this compression piston here, and then I re-greased it with some really good synthetic Teflon grease that I have. And it seems to still be doing just fine. But this guy here, he's really kind of impressing me. It's just a shame that Beeman wouldn't, you know, take a little bit more time and kind of refine the thing and make it into a real fine piece of equipment, and they could sell it probably for a lot more money. I mean, this thing's got the chops to be a very expensive gun if it was just a little bit more refined. But I don't mind only having to spend 50 bucks or 60 bucks for something that's, you know, pretty darn decent. The one complaint, if I have any complaint about this thing, is the top rail here. On the top of the sight, top edge of the sight, and the top of this rail here had a sharp edge that stuck up, very, very sharp. Just opening and closing it a couple times was starting to make the palm of my hand feel like it was being chewed on. And I know you guys are going to be like, come on Sally, get out and throw some hay bales and toughen them hands up. But it was pretty bad. But what I actually ended up doing was just taking a small jeweler's file and just filing this edge of the front edge of this sight block, and then this whole rail down here, just rounded it off real good, and then I buffed it with some 1500 grit sandpaper, and you can't even tell that I did anything there now, but there's that rough edge is gone, so it isn't digging into my hands anymore. I did do some testing with it before I started up the video. A couple things. I did a chronograph test with it, and I'm very surprised at the results there. The insert card for this thing says it should be doing about 410 feet per second, and generally that is with, you know, the lightest pellet in the world, like 5 grains or something, or 5.5 grains. I tested this earlier with 7 grain Meisterkugels, which weigh exactly 7 grains. I've weighed them several times, and here's the results. Just under 430 feet per second average. I got a low of 426 and a high of like 433. Very narrow spread, nice narrow spread, only about 7 feet per second, so that was really good. But the one thing that's really got me surprised and intrigued about this gun is the trigger on this thing. It feels tremendous. Feels like a, you know, several $100 gun, not a $50 gun. I did do 5 pulls with this using my Lyman trigger gauge, and I'll show the picture here of the average from it. It averaged out to 1 pound 9 ounces for a trigger pull, and I think the highest one was like 111 or 112, somewhere around that vicinity. So again, that's just an amazing trigger for just about any gun really, but for a gun that again only costs $50 or $60, it's unbelievable. So, but if you guys can't tell, I'm already kind of liking this thing. Like I said, I don't think it's anywhere near my favorite gun still, but it's definitely I'm gonna have a lot of fun with it, and shoot a group across the garage, and then we'll wrap it up. This is I'm really gonna have a lot of fun with this out here, assuming it stays working. But so far, it's really impressing me. So before, when I was closing it, you gotta really, it takes a lot of force, and so your hand was really put. Yet, but typically pistols like to have a lighter pellet. Ooh, pulled that one a little low. That was just me. That's better. Somebody made a mention that they didn't really like the safety on these, and I don't know. I think automatic safeties are kind of a, you know, big brother watching, telling me what to do type of thing. But the safety is nice and easy to move, so I'm not sure what was wrong with the other fella's safety, if it was just too stiff. Ooh, pulled that one low. But yeah, this one's going to be giving some of my other target guns out here in the garage a run for their money. I can tell already once I get some practice behind this trigger a little bit, and there we go. I have 4 of them in the 10 ring, a couple just a little bit out, but I am having a lot of fun with this one already. There's a number of sellers online. I did post up a link to the guy that I bought this from. If you want to go check out in my mail call video, I put a link to his eBay page if you want to go check him out. He actually, when I told him I did a review on it, he was interested and said he was going to subscribe to me, so maybe he's watching this video too. But go check his store out. He's a great guy. Sounds like a great guy anyway. I haven't really talked to him other than in text and in messages back and forth on eBay, but he's really taken good care of me in this deal. Had a little bit of, you know, shortcomings in the front, but he really stood up and took care of his customer, and I really appreciate that. So that doesn't happen a lot these days. So when you do meet somebody who's willing to, you know, stand up and stand behind their product, I really like to give a shout out for that kind of thing. Anyway, don't want to belabor this one too much farther down, but after my first kind of negative Nancy review on it when I first did the first mail call, I can honestly recommend one of these wholeheartedly now, and you'll have a lot of fun with it. If you're just looking for something to shoot and be very accurate, and you don't care about, you know, being the guy that has the, you know, $300 or $400 target pistol at the range or at the shooting match or whatever, this guy will take care of you, I'm sure. Anyway, hope you liked the video. If you did, like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell. You'll be notified when I do post up new videos. Till next time, have a great day.